Happy Taco Tuesday! Well, this morning at 5:30, my early Taco Tuesday was actually kind of ruined. I honestly thought today was going to be a RuneScape-less Taco Tuesday. Let's see. I ended up posting a picture of me while I was still actually laying in bed at when I post this on my X and also Facebook page? 7 hours ago. 5:52. Even though I actually woke up around like 5:40ish, but I didn't reach for my phone until then. So I tried doing a birdhouse run nice and super early, right? And then RS Mobile didn't load. Typically the updates happen around like 6:15, 6:30-ish Eastern time. So I can kind of really sneak in a birdhouse run. Oh yeah, sneak one in. Cheers to anyone out there. Yeah, let's get smashed. This is not alcohol. This is actually some so good, some afternoon coffee. I've said this a couple times before, but I want to talk about it like in the future because it is really relevant. I was actually having some high blood pressure issues earlier this year. I was in a bad cycle of caffeine. I didn't even realize how the hell I was doing this, but I was consuming probably about so this is because I ended up making this with coconut milk. Today was not a pumpkin coffee day. Tomorrow will be pumpkin coffee. Yesterday was pumpkin coffee. But I think this is like roughly about maybe 14 ounces, give or take. Anyways, I was up to about 2 cups of coffee a day, morning, like 6 in the morning, then also like afternoon. But I would go to like Starbucks or a cafe, and I would slowly upgrade from like a medium to like a large. And I didn't even realize, honestly, on a weekly basis, I was probably consuming maybe 15 or 20 cups of coffee a day. It did cause some significant impact to me after about like 6-7 months. So, I find actually drinking in the afternoon, for me, I actually don't crash. Because I tend to really crash like around like 10 or 11 and stuff. And plus I get a good decent workout in later in the afternoon as well. But yeah, otherwise let's get smashed. No, this is just regular coffee. Oh well. Maybe I'll have a drink for Taco Tuesday tonight. Yeah, maybe one or two. If you are new around here, welcome. Please subscribe, turn on the notification bell. We are growing in size as a YouTube channel, although my previous podcast was actually the least viewed podcast. It was on the Falador Massacre. I get it. I took note. Obviously, you all don't want to hear about the Falador Massacre anymore, and I think a lot of people are kind of really Falador Massacred out on this game, so we're probably going to definitely stay away from talking about anything about that. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, we're gaining quite a bit of new subscribers. Channel is growing, so I really can't complain. Like I said, if you are new here, welcome. We make these podcast style videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Not tomorrow. Thursday is very special. If you had to pick and choose between watching this or Thursdays, I would say watch Thursday, because not only is it a 20th pod, but it's going to be very special. Something new is going to be happening, and we're going to be talking a lot more about that Thursday. But otherwise, yeah, Taco Tuesday, man, started off kind of really rough. So I want to talk about what currently happened on Old School RuneScape a little bit, and then we're going to dive into some GP style content for the remainder of this pod. So like I said, I ended up waking up super early, couldn't log on, and I'm like, what's going on? And I saw that old school RuneScape was down to Chinatown, man. Our teams are now final checks required to bring game. The team has now resolved the potion storage issue and preparing to bring the worlds back online. This was actually a very big deal. So there was a rollback that did happen. I logged on to RuneScape. I ended up logging off RuneScape last night at 11:30. I did my last birdhouse run, and when I logged back on finally a couple hours ago, it said that I was offline for over 10 hours. So obviously my account did not get affected, but I had a couple clan members of mine, clan NightmareRH, by the way. We are a hooba hooba mosh pit of well, we do a whole bunch of everything. Just please be respectful. That's the only thing that I ask. This is RuneScape. Yes, we can still have fun in a semi-toxic community, but there's some things that are a little bit too toxic for the blood. Anyways, a couple people on the game actually did have the rollback kind of really screw them over a little bit, which always does suck. I honestly cannot remember the last time a rollback actually happened on old school RuneScape. I think maybe it was for Cox. Don't quote me on this, but I think maybe it was for Cox, or maybe I'm getting it confused. Maybe it was for Theater of Blood. I honestly really can't remember. If you do, please comment below. But it's been a while where something big has happened that a rollback has had to really go into place. And when you stop to really think about it, like, a rollback is good, but at the same time, it's like not so good. But it's also a little crazy because something else, not to mention a whole bunch of other things has been affected. I've been having issues logging on RuneScape with HDOS all the remainder this morning. RuneLite was giving me issues at first, but that finally worked. It finally was able to log in. Where are you? So right now I'm just using the Steam client, but let me see if I can actually find this really quickly. Because supposedly people were making bank from this update. And when I say bank, I legitimately mean bank, as in like billions and billions of GP. And I actually talked about this a little bit in my previous podcasts. I remember that there was a big rollback for Dungeoneering years ago. When Dungeoneering first came out, there was a gigantic rollback because people were abusing the runecrafting skill or something to do with runecrafting the game. They were making endless supplies of runes, basically, pretty much. And because of that, I just found it. Okay. Yep, I found, whoa! Okay, you guys are gonna appreciate this. Hang on, I gotta save the screenshot. Oh wow, man, this is pretty crazy. Looking at this, you all want to talk about GP. Here's some GP. Okay, so 2009 when Dungeoneering came out, you could make runes in like, you know, a dungeon, a interface, kind of like doing Chamber of Zurich, Theater of Blood, Tombs of A-hole, whatever. It's not going to try to pronounce that word. But you could make runes like in there, and people found out a way to just make endless supplies of runes, and people were getting like millions of EXP in runecrafting, and Jagex was like, wait a second, Dungeoneering is not supposed to be a 99 rune crafting type skill. Oh, no, 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 no. So they ended up doing this big rollback. I ended up losing Dungeoneering EXP because of it. But I remember that rollback on... That was a big one. All right, so take a look at the screenshot. Somebody posted this on my Discord server, and this is why old school RuneScape did a rollback this morning, is because people were using the storage glitch. And what do we got here? Hopefully you all can see that. You're talking hundreds and hundreds of mils. That is just unbelievable. Absolutely just unbelievable. It looks like we got some prayer potions. Look like we got some other type of potions too. I don't know if one's like a Sandfew potion or something. Stem potion, I think I see. So yeah, the point being is that I used to rip apart Jagex years ago, and the community service has gotten so better over the years. And yes, I mean, a rollback after, this stuff, definitely needed. Absolutely, definitely needed. It does suck how, of course, people are affected. And if any of you out there has been affected by the rollback today, well, prayers out to you. Hopefully you make a cup of coffee and just, someone in my clan did post, FML. I just ended up losing 2 quests that I did. Now, that would definitely suck. If you did, imagine if you got done doing, like, Monkey Madness or something. That would significantly be just terrible. Absolutely just, that would be a bad. Otherwise, yeah, let me know down below, and hopefully no one was really affected by this rollback today. But let me know if any of you all out there were affected, if you couldn't log on to RuneScape. Normally, I record my podcast super early. Right now, it is 1:10 p.m. Eastern. Typically, I get done with my I legitimately record my podcast super early. And then I'm doing other work throughout the day. But right now, recording podcasts kind of really ramped up on some caffeine. We may actually do a 2-hour-long podcast here. Okay, I'm joking. I don't have enough time for a 2-hour-long podcast, but we're gonna keep it real. Okay, so it's hard to imagine that I recorded this. It honestly feels like yesterday. But it's been about a month. Time is really just flying by like crazy. Was I wearing the same shirt? No, I had a band shirt on. This is a button-down shirt. Okay, so I'm kind of really at a dilemma. Long story short, for the last 3-4 months, I have been high on birdhouse runs. When I say birdhouse runs, I mean I sleep, eat, breathe birdhouse runs. It has been a moneymaker passively for me, and it's been working. However, I think it's no longer working because you naughty bungholes out there are stealing my birdhouses, man. I'm joking. The prices of birdhouses have really not gone down, but the amount of birdhouses that I'm getting has slowly gone down comparing to the to my previous months. And I'm doing this is crazy to actually sound. The other day it was my walking day, and I'm on a treadmill walking. And I just, I have an alarm every 55 minutes on my phone. Whenever that alarm goes off, I log on RuneScape wherever I am, RS Mobile, OSRS Mobile, and I do a birdhouse run. I could be at a doctor's appointment, at the gym. I could be at the grocery store. I feel really bad because quite a few people have seen me on RuneScape do birdhouse runs, and I can't really see what people are saying on mobile, even though I have the iPhone 14 Max. It's the biggest iPhone out there. I'm not getting the 16. I'll wait for the 2 terabyte phone. I got the 1 terabyte phone. And I got 600 gigs free. It makes no sense on upgrading. Unless we get the 2 terabytes. Ooh. I didn't even realize there's like a 2 terabyte iPad. That's crazy to actually think about. Utterly crazy, man. Okay, so anyways, I do maybe 16 birdhouses, 16 birdhouse runs a day. Sometime I get in 17 and 18, depending on how much sleep I actually get. But I make an insane amount of passive GP. And if you've been following me so far, let me know if you've been utilizing this gift that is on Old School RuneScape to us. It really is a gift. And I could pull up the price chart right now. Actually, let me go ahead and pull this up. We got plenty of time to do some BSing here. Let's see. Let me pull up some price chart. I've been absolutely busy the last couple days with getting stuff prepperized. Is that even a word? Prepared for Thursday. Big day on Thursday, like I said. Very big day. On my list is still figuring out the proper lighting for my green screen. I got to rearrange work office because I may not even use a green screen. I might just, just have stuff behind me. Maybe bring back the bung board hashtag, because I do actually still have the bung board. I just don't use the bung board, but I still have it for sentimental value. Oh yeah. What do I want to look up? Old School RuneScape birdhouses. Let's see. Birdhouse trapping. No, let me just see a regular birdhouse. You stupid Wikipedia page. Where are you? Okay. So, the last pod, I basically talked about how the Old School RuneScape wiki is so awesome. Now it's annoying. It's not giving me what I want. Okay, we got it. Let's see. Birdhouse runs. Let me show this very quickly. Very, very quickly. Then we'll get back to the premise. Because like I said, we have a lot of things to talk about in this video. GP related. Alright, so the price of birdhouses really have not been dipping. If anything, I mean, it looks like it's about to go back up. I started doing birdhouse runs around this time frame. Oh yeah, I was making bank. But even if you zoom out, yeah, I mean, I would say if birdhouse runs dipped to this level, then it's all about if it's profitability to my time. And of course, if we even go further, I mean, it goes back down, significantly. I mean, it's not even doing birdhouse runs 16 hours out of the day is not even worth your time if it's going to be this low of GP. But it's kind of remarkable because the price of birdhouses are actually fairly stable. However, I'm noticing the amount of birdhouses that I'm getting has actually been decreasing, which, I mean, I could just have bad RNG, or it could be something else. So last month, I ended up price checking, which is 49.8 mil. And I think my side, I did my Slayer tab in here too. I can definitely tell you that my Slayer tab this go around is going to be so gigantically massive. Not to mention, I've been making, so all the money that I've made in the past month from GP, from high-elking Slayer items, and by the way, your boy is 85 Slayer. I actually got 85 Slayer the other day. Woohoo! I sense an Abbey Demon whipping spree coming. For all who don't know, I went from 70, I don't even know what level of Slayer I went to. I think I was like 76 Slayer to 85. It's been a grind considering the fact that I don't really play RuneScape like I used to. Hence, the passive birdhouse runs for GP is good with my work schedule. But, yeah, I don't play RuneScape like I used to, man. I'm on maybe 2 to 3 hours a day of actually RuneScape time frame. 1 out of those hours are on RuneScape 3, which I do want to make a retirement RS3 style video soon. But if it was years ago and I had time, yeah, I would have went from 76 to 85 Slayer in like less than a month. But it's taken a while. But any GP that I've been making from Slayer, and the GP has been picking up significantly ever since I changed Slayer Master to the one, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Mose Baba da 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 Baba. It's the one near the farming guild. It's it's whatever it's called. The GP is awesome. EXP is obviously lower than the dude at Shiloh Village, but the GP, especially with those keys, are awesome. Anyways, any GP, liquid GP that I get, I basically just put towards an item. And I think I ended up making like 8.5 mil this month. Might be a little more, but I would really love an Armadale chestplate. It blows my mind how expensive like these things like are and stuff. It literally just makes me want to like no life Armadale and basically pretty much just try to get a what do you call that? Chest plate. But you want to know what? My cheap ass would probably most likely sell that chest plate for GP. I probably would. I'm not gonna lie. I do know thyself before thy enemy. And Armadale is definitely my enemy because it's holding out some GP, baby. Okay, let's go ahead and price check this really quickly. So my previous video last month, I had, what was it? 57.93 of birdhouses. And if you have been doing this money-making method like I have been, please let me know. Okay, that's actually not that bad. You know, I was actually expecting like a minus 10 mil. That's really not that bad considering the price that my birdhouse is. So the biggest thing that has done the difference is my birdhouses went from, my birdhouse is now 39 mil for the month. Last month, they were 43. That's actually really not bad. I was on, and this is the first time I'm price checking, by the way, too. I was actually expecting like a 10 mil drop, and then I was going to say, like, okay, like, screw this. See you guys. I'm going home. I'm not dealing with this nonsense. And I was actually going to say, like, hey, we're going to be moving on to a new money-making method. Because, obviously, if you're looking at the title of this pod, yes, we're going to be dissecting money-making methods that no longer work. And I've been a little resilient on posting my super secret salami money-making method that you can actually, like, AFK, watch a movie, and it's a skilling method, believe it or not. And you can AFK, watch a movie, and typically you make between like 1.1 to like maybe as potentially high as like 1.5-ish mil an hour. So if you're watching a 2-hour movie, you get a solid like over 2 mil an hour by doing skilling, which is a lot of GP, especially on old school RuneScape. Now, if you went on a movie watching marathon, well, yeah, now you're talking some, GP, significant amount of GP. years ago when I used to go on like movie watching marathons and I would watch movies for like 10 hours and be like playing RS2 and stuff. Oh yeah. Definitely racking the GP money making out there. So now that was okay, my Slayer tab is going to be unbelievable, like much more. So that was my Birdhouse tab. Let's go ahead and bring up my Slayer tab now. Slayer. Slayer. I had a 48 mil cash stack. That's really not that bad. I was honestly really expecting like a cheaper version. Let's see. What? Come on, past Nightmare. What was my old Slayer tab? Oopsies, hang on. So I got to rewatch this video here. I don't even think I price checked my old Slayer tab, but I ended up putting 7 mil towards a BCP. I will say that. And then I ended up buying a BCP. I don't believe I ended up putting any GP towards. Okay, so I did put 5 mil. So I ended up starting on the month with 5 mil to my Armadale chain body, right? If you want to grow your old school RuneScape bank or RS3 bank, this is how you properly do it. So last month I had 5 mil, which means I ended up making 4.6 million GP in coins from high elking Slayer items, which is not bad. My runes are unbelievable. Oh, I don't want to take all my runes, but I've been getting a crazy. Let's go ahead and take more chaos runes, even though I don't really use them. Take you away. Let's do some notey notes. Someone on my Discord server, and by the way, all my links are down below. My Discord server information, everything's down below. But somebody said, hey, you should be doing, ever since I changed Slayer Master, oh boy, I've been racking in the GP like you could not imagine. So we're at 40... We're at 44, 1 mil. Hey now, don't say bad things about Jagex. Let's go ahead and see what we're at right now. This 5 mil. Wow, so we're at 5 million GP, 5.6 million GP. I can already tell you that this month of Slayer tab and also GP money making or passive money making, I want to say, has definitely been more profitable. And yeah, I want to do, because I've been saving my Slayer points so I can skip to Abbey Demon tasks. And I want to see if Abbey Demons are truly worth it. I did a whole podcast on Slayer and like, you know, it's Slayer being, you know, different and stuff now, but I really am curious to see if Abbey Demons really, okay, come on guys. Like, you're not going to sell. What is going on here? Let's go. I really want to see if Abbey Demons are worth kind of like the hype in a way. Because Abbey Demons back in like, oh boy, you're talking 2009, 2008, 7, 6, 5. I think Abbey Whips came out 2005. But if you got 85 Slayer, you were in the money. Like, you were deep in the money. You had so much like money, you didn't even know what to do with all this money. You had money being made from money. You were like the Federal Reserve on RuneScape too. But yeah, now getting an Abbey Demon 1.3 mil whip drop. Someone in my clan yesterday got a whole bunch of them, and I'm like, that's how much a whip is nowadays? Is it really even worth it? Because I'll be perfectly honest, I don't have a burning desire to get 99 Slayer right now. I really don't. I have a burning desire to get 99 prayer, which is why I'm doing birdhouse runs, is because I'm funding my prayer through birdhouse runs. And I'm actually very happy and content that these birdhouse runs are actually still very profitable, it seems, because if they were not, well, then we would have some major issues here. But let's go ahead and finish price checking the rest of these items really quickly, because I was at close to 5 mil. Actually, definitely lower, because these stupid things will not be selling. But either or, my Slayer tab this month definitely replaced the missing like 4 mil from birdhouses, which is definitely good. But I'm going to be doing some Abbey Demon Slayer tasks. Might be doing that on a pod. And, or I might just do it off a pod and share the results. But I mean, hey, if Slayer is going to be continue to be profitable, I am 2 levels away from the Kraken. Which is, always fun. Kraken, highly profitable. And then after the Kraken, what is it? We got Hydra, or is Hydra kind of really different? I gotta double check the layers and the skill levels, that is. But I really want to finish getting 99 prayer, and then after 99 prayer, I might be in the mindset for honestly runecrafting, because runecrafting right now is still insanely profitable. And yeah, if I'm doing runecrafting, well, I ended up doing stealing creations with so many of you all back in 2009 for Sacred Clayhammers for 99 construction. I would love to do some runecrafting games and maybe incorporate some streaming. Ooh. Okay, let's see. 53 million GP I got this month. That was not bad, man. That was actually a lot more than I thought. What was the total amount of GP that I ended up getting? I think... What is going on here? 52 mil? So we had 52 mil last month, and now we're at 53 mil. 52, whoopsies. Huh! We beat last month by 1 mil, baby! Woohoo! I think the caffeine is definitely keeping me revved up, because that's actually pretty awesome. So I guess I will be doing another month of birdhouse runs, because the GP is definitely there, but Slayer is definitely not going to be there for the missing GP. Okay, I want to show you all one more thing, and then we're going to spend some time talking about something very depressing. Well, actually, this is very depressing right now. Hang on one second. Old school RuneScape prayer calculator. This is the depressing part, and when you actually see this BS, you literally gotta say why. Well, actually, before saying why, I want to scream, my bank is going down to Chinatown. Let me pull this up right here. I was only going to buy 1 level this month, but, what's going on here? Come on. Why did this thing glitch out? Okay, hopefully it didn't glitch out too much. Technical difficulties. I need the staff of, like, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan never has any technical difficulties, but I'm a one-man crew. I'm a one-man band. I'm a one-man GP RuneScape money-making machine. This is just absolutely just unbelievably depressing. I'm using these bones, and you're telling me in order to get to 99 from 94, I need, or from 93 rather, I'm 93. So I need literally 71 million GP. Like, that is just unreal. I obviously really effed this one up because 2 years ago, 99 Prayer was, wait for it, 70 million GP. I chose to go and buy not 120. I chose to get 99 Construction. 99 Construction was 104 mil. Planks were actually dropping during that time. I think it was about a solid 100 mil. I should have went with the cheaper option. So the reason I might do 99 Runecrafting next after Prayer, or I might actually start 99 Runecrafting this month, start increasing Runecrafting, is because, one, I really do need something more AFKable on this game. Slayer, I have dropped the soap so many. I almost died yesterday at Drake's. I forgot those little boogers. Like, I'm literally doing stuff, and then I look over on my spare monitor, 10 HP. Hallelujah. Eat some food. Oh, my tuna fish is not healing me quick enough. Yeah, it was not good. Yeah, I do bring tuna fish. I'm probably going to make some. No. Tonight is shrimp tacos. Yeah, I'll save tuna for next week. Right now, GP is still good for 99 Runecrafting. I don't want to blow it. 99 Slayer, I mean, whips are on the decline. Like it's, I mean, sure, a rack sword, but for, I see an opportunity to really AFK, and I think I may take it. And if I do start doing Runecrafting, it would probably make up the amount of GP lost that I would, be doing Slayer and stuff. Or because in this past month, maybe I probably made roughly about 10 mil from Slayer. It's actually really good. Oh man, I love black coffee. Love coconut milk. So good. Yummy. I'm going to poop good right when I get done with this podcast. Sorry. But I think 99 Runecrafting would be a great journey, especially if I incorporate some streaming into it as well. However, let's see. If I were to buy 3 prayer levels right now, it would cost me 40 mil. Isn't that unbelievable? What about like 2? 25 mil. That is just like, where are we? Where is this? Oh, wait a second. No. Whoa, wait a second. I think I was looking at the wrong bones. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, I definitely was looking at the wrong bones. 96. Okay. 30 mil. I need 14, 15K. 30 mil. What do I need here? So I need, actually, you want to know what? Screw it. I hate doing this, man. I really do. But I think that I'm probably going to just bite the dust here. It's the most annoying thing on the planet. Yeah, we're just going to buy an excessive amount. It is just unbelievable. But hey, I guess I'm going to be doing some prayer training for a while. Okay, maybe not that many bones. 31 mil should get us a couple levels in prayer. We're going to let that slowly by. Not to mention, we'll probably going to end up buying some more bones. But yeah, I think next month we should be able to grind out. But yeah, I mean, hey, if Slayer doesn't really work out, if these Abbey Demons don't give me good RNG, then we may got to be beefing up some Runecrafting level. And then you people can't make fun of me anymore for like a low runecrafting level. Ever again. Okay, now, on a near closing end statement, last portion of this pod to really hit on is money-making methods that no longer work. What is my advice? And if you do have a money-making method that does work, what's my advice too? Because if you search on my channel or any one of my channels, money-making, GP, you will find stuff that has worked significantly years ago, but does not work anymore. And it's pretty crazy how 15 years ago, I posted a money-making guide video, and you could make about 1.5 to 2 mil an hour. You try doing those money-making methods now, you don't make like any GP. EOC money-making methods, I mean, you're talking 11 years ago. EOC iron money-making methods. Just it goes on and on and on, right? And I hit on this a little bit in my previous pod a couple weeks ago, but I've had money-making methods over the years be virtually shattered to the point of like no return. And I've also had dead money-making methods come back to life because of a graphical update, or whether it's a update in general. So my advice is that if a money-making method no longer works, like the money-making method that I have yet to disclose that is potentially maybe no longer working, one of the reasons why I think it shot up is because of Summer Rise. And now that we're kind of in, I mean, summer's over, obviously, clearly. But for some of us, it's a year-long round summer. However, if you are on a money-making train, best advice I can give to you all is don't stop. And that is whatever you're doing. If the game is giving you the RNG, obviously my RNG for birdhouse runs are going down slowly by slowly. I'm doing the same amount of birdhouse runs. I am doing the same thing, but my RNG, random number generator, RNG for any type of game out there is anything like 1 out of like such and such. So if you go to Bandos, you have, I honestly don't know what it is. I think it's like 1 out of 512 chances of getting a drop. Let's say that. It might be lower, might be higher. But if you go to Bandos and you get very lucky and you get a drop on kill number 2, I could go Bandos, do the same thing as you, and I could be unlucky, and it could take me 100 kills. When it comes to skilling, it's not like that. Birdhouses, it's all RNG based. Sometimes I'll get a full inventory of birdhouses. Sometimes I'll get great, seeds. Sometimes I get poop. However, the RNG for me is going down. Obviously, my Slayer tab replaced my losses. Next month is going to be a little more interesting, but I may actually potentially say, hey, it's gotten to the point where birdhouses aren't, worth it isn't worth my time anymore. My super money-making method has gone down. And when I watch movies now, AFKing on old school RuneScape, I'm kind of really looking for like new stuff to do. So if you have a great money-making method, whatever it may be, doing raids, the RNG is on your side. Doing Slayer, the RNG is on your side. You got to really look at your drop logs, and you got to really look at, maybe do a monthly bank tab. And you really got to compare, saying, hey, this month was good. Is it really worth, my time? Of course, that is if you really care about building your RuneScape bank. But for like the vast majority of RuneScape, I don't really think bank building is very popular anymore, which is, you know, cool and all. I mean, I get it. Okay. Bank building may not be popular, but you want to know what? There's still people out there that do need great tips to grow their GP, because if you are one of those very big PKers and very big raiders, well, guess what, numbnuts? You need GP in order to go and raid. You need GP in order to PK. So obviously you had to make your GP from somewhere, right? If you make a new RuneScape account, GP just doesn't randomly just come into your account. And there's certain ways and methods you can really get the most GP for your time on this game. If birdhouses if they don't equal my time anymore, then you got to step away. And that goes for anything you do when it comes to GP building, if you're that goal orientated on this game. However, if you're let's say on the other end of things, on the flip side, right? If you have a GP money-making method that works, milk the ever-living hell out of it. Don't stop doing it. Just milk it, milk it, milk it. I did that years ago. Now, if you have a GP money-making method that is no longer working, it's time to move on. Even though you may love doing it, I ended up fletching 140 mil EXP on RS3 because when I would string unstrung U longbows, the profitability was insane. This is RS2, not RS3, sorry. 2009, 10, 11, I started that journey. 2012, I stopped because it wasn't worth my time. There would be some hours where I'd be making over 400K an hour. That was a lot back then. By sitting in the bank and just fletching bows. I think a couple hours I even made even more. I was making bank by doing skilling. Absolutely bank. Obviously, 2012 with Treasure Hunter EOC, that money-making method is dead. Blue Dragon scales on old school RuneScape are like 2 GP. You can't go around and pick them up anymore. That money-making is dead. Money-making method is dead. You used to be able to go and run and collect Blue Dragon scales and make like $1 million an hour just collecting things, right? Obviously, because of an update that happened with the blue scaly hides, obviously Blue Dragon scales are obsolete. So if you have a money-making method that is declining, I hate to say it, but you gotta, look at other forms and other options. I do want to be doing some challenges in the near future, and I'm really looking at analytics and seeing where like the best analytics are coming from these pods. Obviously, whenever I post something GP related, but then again, anything GP related on this game gets views. I really want to start doing like money making challenges and do like an hour-long pod of doing one thing on the old school RuneScape wiki. Because the old school RuneScape wiki is full of nonsense. Some of these money-making methods where you can make like 2-3 mil an hour? No! Absolutely. What the? What? It's okay if you have a robot doing it for you. Sure. But there is no way a human being can do that. I might start doing that again. Otherwise, I think this is a good area to really wrap things up here. And, yeah, I mean, RuneScape is definitely one of those adapting style games out there. But like I said, definitely please stay tuned for Thursday. It's going to be a very big announcement video. And it's very good things for me. And when I say good for me, I mean it's great for you all. The pods are going to be, well, let me just say this. Okay, I'll give you a spoiler. The pods will not be stopping. Some of you all were wondering because we're reaching 20 episodes here. Because I said I want to do 10 episodes, see where it goes. And I did another 10. And so don't worry. The pods will continue. Otherwise, other stuff out there is going to be happening. All good stuff. And yeah. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Let me know about any of the stuff we talked about. Let me know if you're doing birdhouse runs passively, if you have had money-making methods die on you, if you have milked money-making methods, if you are still milking a money-making method, if you have got affected by the rollback, hopefully not too much, and I will see you all on Thursday. All right, take it easy, everyone. Love ya. Bye.